Hello and welcome to Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and this is currently available as a demo at Steam Next Fest, so if you want to check it out, then there is a link in the description, and you can also add it to your Steam wishlist if you so desire. So if you've played Deep Rock Galactic, then you'll know kind of what you need to do here. Obviously, it is a very different style of doing things, and I've got a bunch of upgrades available here. I've only done one run so far, but this gives me enough to be able to upgrade some things. So as you can see, I only have very few, so I'm going to just go for one pickup radius, one mining speed, and then weapons reload speed. I found that reload speed is actually super important, and you'll see exactly why when we go into the crystalline caverns. There's a bunch of different difficulties, a bunch of different classes, obviously not available at the moment in the demo. You can play as the scout right now, and you're starting with a relatively basic assault rifle. So we're going to be going in and we're going to try and find some gold, because what you got to do obviously is you've got to mine stuff. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of some of this thing right here, and this is actually a pretty cool concept, because basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to fight off enemies at the same time as mining things. And this makes a huge difference overall to how the dynamic actually progresses throughout the level. Because you can see here at the top of the screen, there's actually something going on there. There is a little bar that, I think as far as I'm aware, any action that you do on the level progresses the bar. It could be timed. I don't know. It could be timed. I've not tested that or anything like that, but basically what you can do is you can see that there's going to be a supply pod. The supply pod comes down. You get to choose from a random selection of artifacts. I'm probably going to be going for a small chance to find nitra when mining any kind of rock, or we could go for collecting red sugar increases on max HP by 2. This is a pretty cool one as well, because eventually you're going to have, pretty significant HP gains. But I'm going to go for the nitro one because we want more resources. So I'm just going to try to do that. So basically any single time I try to mine something, mine any of these rocks, I have a chance to get nitra, which is this red stuff as far as I'm aware. And obviously it's a small chance at the moment, so I'm not really getting a huge amount from it, but it's going to be pretty useful when we get to the shop. And every single time you go to the shop, which is between levels, you have the opportunity to pick from some extremely strong upgrades. And that's the reason why I say, hey, you know what? You probably want to make sure you have a bunch of resources like gold and nitra before you go to those places, because it is really going to make a huge difference. Anyway, I'm just going to try to get all this gold as far as I can tell. Here we go. We've already got a new weapon. So basically what they've also done is they made it so that each level, or shall we say each weapon, you need a required level to be able to unlock it. So for example, you can see down at the bottom here, we start off with our default weapon, and then we have level 5, level 15, and level 25. And these are going to be the particular shall we say, prerequisites that you're going to need to meet before you get those weapons unlocked. So, for example, for me, I've just leveled to 5, so I get to choose a weapon. So I'm going to be going for probably the... I haven't tried the boomerang yet, so let's try the boomerang. I think that sounds quite fun. Let's see how that works. I was actually using the cryo grenade before, and I actually thought the cryo grenade was really good. But you know what? Variety is the spice of life, as they say, so why not? We might as well try something a little bit different. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be going for critical hit chance right here. And I'm just going to continue trying to mine. Bear in mind, obviously, trying to mine at the same time as, getting murdered, or shall we say pursued by a bunch of enemies, it's pretty difficult, actually. It's pretty difficult. Now, bear in mind, enemies are not going to do a significant amount of damage to you initially, but they will then start piling that up, and they'll actually start throwing all kinds of different enemy types at you as well. So you're not only going to be fighting these basic enemies that generally tend to not cause too much of a problem, then you're going to have a bunch of other things that will definitely cause you some headaches. For example, there are some that literally explode. And those explosive ones really can do massive damage. They can do massive damage to the enemy units as well. Going to go for 30% increased pickup radius. That is really going to make a huge difference to us, hopefully. And yeah, we're going to be hopefully able to just get that much more experience, because as you can see, we've now unlocked this extra thing, which is the ability to kill the elite Mactera. So as soon as we have killed the elite Mactera, it's then going to give us a warning to travel back to the drop pod, or the extraction vehicle, whatever it's called. And that thing is timed. So as soon as you have killed the elite, you then have 30 seconds to get back to that point. And that really makes a huge difference in the overall feel of the game, because obviously, just think about it, you know, you are literally going to be, you know, you're going to fail. You're going to fail unless you get back to that drop pod. And it is extremely important that you get back there. But of course, at the same time, you're also attempting to level up. You're also attempting to pick up experience. You're doing all kinds of crazy things at the same time. And so that is exactly the reason why I feel like this actually does offer a really nice variety to the survivor genre, if you want to call it survivor genre or whatever. But this really makes it, yeah, it does. It does make a huge difference. There's a magnet. Nice. That's going to level me up really quite a lot, actually. And yeah, we should be able to eliminate this relatively quickly. I think I've probably seen everything that I can see. I unlocked the minimap, by the way. You see in the top left there? I didn't have the minimap in my first run. I needed to unlock that by fighting a couple of things. And now that I do have the ability to have the minimap, it actually shows me exactly where I can go and what I can do, and it actually highlights a couple of resources on the map as well, which is quite useful. But I'm going to assume that later down the line, when you have leveled yourself up a little bit more, or leveled a particular class up more, you're going to have different kinds of abilities and different kinds of skills and passives and so on that you're going to be able to unlock. And there you go. So there we go. We've actually completed that. I'm going to continue getting reload speed. And now the drop pod, as you can see, has now come in. So look at this. We can literally get a paint job if we want to do that, or we can go for more fire rate. Lets you imagine your weapon is now a lot prettier. Increases weapon level by 2. I'm actually not entirely sure what this does, but I guess I will take it just because maybe it's actually going to be somewhat good for me to do that. I have no idea. But yeah, we've got 20 seconds, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to wait here, I'm going to kill this thing, get the experience from it, and then I'm just going to literally run it all the way over to the drop pod. And that's it. And we've got to leave the experience behind, and we're going to progress to the next stage. And this is exactly what I was talking about before. The shop is extremely powerful. As you can see, look at this, a 35% increased fire rate, or we could go for 25% increased reload speed. I'm going to go for the reload speed in my opinion, and I'll probably go for the fire rate as well. Let's face it, they're probably going to both be really good. And we'll go for increased luck as well. Even, I don't know how much that's really going to do for me, but it's going to be good enough, right? It's going to be good enough. Now, the main thing I think that would be really useful in general is to try to get as much mining speed as you can. Mining speed is actually really important, and I know that seems like a really funny thing to say in a survivor genre game, but many times the only way that enemies are going to be able to get you, in my opinion at least, are going to be either because you are cornered, because you can't get out because you're mining, obviously, or because you are mining something like a resource or whatever, and you can't mine it fast enough. So again, mining speed. Mining speed really makes a huge difference. Okay, so let's actually have a look here. Ooh, shoots high caliber piercing bullets. Let's go for that. Targets the highest HP enemy. That sounds fun. Oh yes, that sounds like a lot of fun. I like that. So now, what I also really love is the fact that you can actually mine through basically anything on the level. So, obviously, as you might expect, being able to mine through anything you want is actually going to make a huge difference to how you approach the level, because obviously, as you can quite clearly tell, enemies are coming around these obstacles. Enemies are attempting to corner me. They are attempting to, well, eat my face off. You know, I mean, that's what they are attempting to do, of course. But that's the thing. You can go through any wall you want. You can literally go through any wall you want as long as you have the time to do it. And that, again, makes a huge difference to the amount of choice that you get as well. So, yeah, we're just going to get a small chance of finding Nitra. That's absolutely fine. And hopefully we're going to be getting more of that. And we're just going to mine some gold here in the meantime as well. I actually saw a legendary power in my first run. And because I was an absolute idiot and I had no idea how to play the game, basically, because I didn't know that you actually had to go and mine resources. So yeah, because I didn't know that, I had literally 0 resources, or pretty much very close to 0, and I didn't have enough to be able to buy anything. So it really made me very sad. But now I've actually realized how to actually play the game. We have a much bigger idea of what we actually need to do to accomplish, you know, our objective. And so, as you can see, there's a bunch of explosions going on here. Hopefully, my piercing caliber rounds are doing a fantastic job. These small ones don't really deal that much damage, but obviously they are going to deal a massive amount if you allow them to over time. And I'm just going to go through here. Oh, we got a magnet. Nice. Okay, so we can go for more fire rate, which I think I might do. Yeah, I think I'll probably do that. And we're just going to continue mining through things. Now, we are going to be able to draw out the elite now, and we're going to go for that. Yeah. Increased damage, of course. Increased damage. Thank you very much. And yeah, look at that. That's really, really good. Now, these explosive guys, they usually are more detrimental to the opponent than they are to yourself. And so you're very much going to be able to leverage their damage to give you the overall advantage. It's really, really good, actually, for that to be a thing. I love the fact that in some games they do give you that opportunity to actually make it so that enemies will deal damage to each other, because there are some that just don't do that, and it's sad to see that. So it's really, really nice that this game actually does. So now this is obviously a bit of a problem, because I obviously don't want to get killed by this thing, but I also want to be close to the drop pod, and I want to mine the gold. I mean, I have 110 gold, so I think that's alright, you know. I think that's fine. I don't think we really need to go too hard on that, but yeah, I'd like to actually eliminate this elite, please. Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than I would like to eliminate it, but there you go. Alright, so we're just going to go through here now. The drop pod is active, and as you can see, we're going to need to make our way out of here. And this is the problem. There's the drop pod right there, so I can spend a little bit of extra time just picking up some experience while I have the opportunity to do so, of course. We're going to go for more fire rate here. And I think I'm going to have to just go. There's not much more. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's kill this thing. Yeah. Oh, we got a magnet just at the very end. That's absolutely perfect. So let's go on. Let's go on to the next one. There we go. We got through, and there are, as far as I'm aware, only 3 stages of a particular level, so there's obviously that to take into account. Gonna buy both of these. We're gonna go for max HP, gonna go for this as well. And we could also heal ourselves by 50%, which I think I might do, and that's it. I don't really need much more, so we can just continue onward here. And yeah, there we go. This is healing, actually, so I don't even need that. But I guess we can just move over in this direction. There's actually something over there. I'm going to try to make it so that I have a bit of a barrier. That's the reason why I'm going around the side here. So I have a bit more time to just mine this gold without being disturbed. So I have a bunch of kinetic weapons, as you can see. So I'm actually wondering whether I want to go for this, because 10% additional damage for kinetic weapons is going to benefit 2 of my weapons instead of just 1. So I think that's kind of useful, because that means that I gain a 20% overall damage bonus instead of only 15 for one of them. So technically I gain 5% more damage. Well, if you care, you know, if you care about 5% extra damage. I mean, it very much depends on how much you value the high caliber weapon that we just got at level 15. Maybe it's not particularly useful to you particularly, you know, not to you specifically, shall we say. Anyway, the swarm is incoming, obviously. There's a bunch of random events, by the way, that happen on every single level. I don't know whether you've noticed that yet, but at the top of the screen there's a bunch of icons there, and it basically tells you exactly what is coming or what is expected to arrive. And obviously, as time goes on, you're going to be able to get those. So, for example, there's going to be another swarm coming quite soon. And that means there's going to be a bunch of enemies coming up, and they are going to try to murder us. Okay, yeah, I should probably try and get this stuff, shouldn't I? There we go, kill this. Ah, no, 10%. Ooh, 10% additional damage to all weapons. That's fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, so these pearls, I actually have no idea what these pearls are for. I can only assume that they are for upgrades in the future. because at the moment I haven't actually seen if anything is, you know, using that particular resource, but I can only assume it is an upgrade of some kind. Ah, we've got these things. We've got these tentacle-like things now. I haven't actually seen those before, so that's completely new. And we're just going to increase our boomerang damage here. 25% additional boomerang damage is going to be super, super nice, considering it actually penetrates many, many opponents at once. I've got to be super careful now, though, because these explosive guys, they literally will just kill me. So I have to be very careful. Okay, what do we want here? I'm going to go for the shotgun. The shotgun has proven itself to actually be really, really effective. I have to be super careful of the explosive guys, though, that's for sure. Okay, oh, you know what I'd really love? You know what I'd really love? I would love the ability for us to get additional HP back or rejuvenation from mining any kind of rock. So I'd love to have a scanner that actually gives me a little bit of the red sugar stuff, because that would be fantastic. I'm just going to get experience, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure if that's even particularly useful, but I guess it will have to do, at least for the moment. Okay, so now we are in a spot of bother, as you can tell, so I'm going to have to go around here, because here's the thing. If you don't go actually, you know, you don't utilize your mining skills, you might actually find yourself being at a massive disadvantage. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's the reason why I'm being really, really careful about that. Okay, yeah, reload speed, I guess. Okay, this is a bit problematic. Okay, so there's an elite slasher coming. And bear in mind, there is actually a chasm here as well. Okay, can we kill this thing? Oh, no, okay. Right, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, so this slasher is actually causing us a massive headache right now. I'm gonna have to go around the side here. These tentacle-like things are actually my nemesis right now, because they are actually able to deal damage to me really, really easily, and they don't seem to die very fast either. There's red sugar, so I'm going to try to get that. I think that is the rejuvenation thing. I think that's what it looks like. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's great. So as you can see, we just regenerated a little bit of our HP. This thing is actually going to die really quite fast. So I'm pretty happy with that, but let me just actually be a bit careful here. These guys are going to explode. Oh, wow. Yep, there we go. They exploded. Got all of that. And let's get... Ooh, that is wonderful. Look at that. That affects all medium weight weapons, which is exactly what we have. And now I have to get to the drop pod. Hopefully it's going to be nearby to me. Okay, so we're just going to move over here. Yeah, we're quite close. We're quite... Yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. Okay, let's go here. Magnet actually coming in handy there. Let's increase the damage of this. Another level up. Whoa, okay, crazy. So let's go for this. I'm just going to try to kill this thing off if I can. Can you kill it? Can you kill it? Yep, you can. Nice. And then we're going to go. Boom. There we go. Wow, that was kind of close. That was kind of close. Okay, so we got fire rate here for basically everything. That's really, really good. I don't have a huge amount of this resource, unfortunately, so it is going to be a little bit costly for me to do that. But I am going to do it. Fire rate, and then we'll just go for damage for that one, and then I'll just heal myself by a little bit. You can actually reroll as well if you want to. I guess I will, just because then we can get some more value out of it, I guess. And there you go. And then we can move on to the next one. Okay, so once again, we've got a swarm, we have a supply drop, we have another swarm, and then we have the boss. And that's pretty much how it's going to go. So let's actually be really, really careful here. I do need this HP, so I might as well go for the HP immediately. And I'm actually wondering about the other classes now as well, because I'm thinking to myself, what about the other classes? Do they have additional mining speed? I'm going to assume yes, because if you've played Deep Rock Galactic, you know the classes are quite different, and they are generally going to provide you with a number of different bonuses, and obviously that means that the scout in particular, as you can quite clearly tell, is probably not the best miner. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I haven't played a huge amount of Deep Rock Galactic. Spoilers. You know, I haven't played a huge amount of it, so I wouldn't know either way. But we're actually level 30 right now. Oh, that's pretty good. That is actually pretty good, not too bad. Okay, so the swarm is incoming right now, and I can pretty much, I think I can probably just sit back a little bit here. I could probably just be a little bit more careful about things. Ah, they're starting to shoot projectiles at me now. Ah, well, that's nice to know, isn't it? At least I'm actually killing these larger enemies relatively fast. But we're basically... this is also a really, really cool way of doing things, because what you can do is you can force them into a bottleneck, and then as soon as they go into the bottleneck, you're just going to be able to blow them to smithereens. So that's actually really nice. We're going to take the red sugar cube, because if we do get some red sugar, we're going to be able to level up our max HP. Going to take max HP increase once again. Generally, I'm not sure how effective that is really going to be, but, you know, I guess it's alright. And there's an elite actually shooting at us with globules of something at us, which is not very nice of it, but, you know, what can you say? And hopefully we're going to be able to explode those destructive units in the back there. That would be really, really nice if we could do that. 12% increased critical hit chance. That sounds good to me. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that massive damage being done right there. That was fantastic. Let's go for some more damage from that. And we're going to get another swarm incoming. So, yeah, we're going to have some issues here. I'm going to have to move this way. And we're going to have to go through the rock. Because as you can see, there are tentacles very strategically placed so that you can't really run through there without taking damage. So you have to make your own pathways, don't you? Yeah, you have to make your own pathways. And that is actually making a pretty significant difference to, well, everything. The dynamicism of the game, the progression, how you actually manage to survive. It is literally hindering, not hindering, it's, what is it now? Hinging, that's it. It hinges on your ability to improvise. And I think that actually makes a huge, huge difference to the enjoyment and satisfaction of the game as well. Because it basically just means, you know what? It's your choice to go through that wall. You know? It's your choice to go through there. It's not just running around in circles or whatever. It is literally having to decide, you know what do I do here? Do I want to, you know, do I want to mine through this wall? Do I want to turn back and kill this elite? Do I want to take damage from this tentacle? No, not really. I don't want to take damage from that tentacle, but that may in fact be the thing that you need to do to, you know, win the day, as it were. But yeah, look at this. Now there's a massive, massive enemy coming towards me. He's probably going to end up killing me, to be honest, all things considered. But I think we should be fine for the moment, as long as I can get away from here. And if I can just, you know, kind of construct a bit of a wall between me and the other enemies. As you can see, we can actually get this guy into a solo situation, so it's just me and him, and boom, he can't handle it. You know, he can't handle it when we're just, you know, against him by ourselves. And that is okay. Hello. That is real bad. I don't know whether you've noticed what's happening here, but there are a massive amount of explosive ones that literally just exploded all of them. Okay, that is hilarious. Okay, so let's just increase our fire rate on our shotgun. Let's just make our way down to the drop pod. Are we going to actually achieve victory here, though? That's the question. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Alright, I think we did it. Oh, did we do it? Did we do it? I actually have no idea. But yeah, we're going to go for increased damage. Mining speed is exactly what I want. Thank you very much. And we'll go for some additional of that. And then I can't actually heal myself anymore, which I actually wanted to do. Oh well, never mind. That's just how it goes. Okay, so this is the final level. As you can see, we now need to destroy cocoons. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. Well, that's easy enough, isn't it? Yeah, we actually have some pretty good damage, so I don't think we're going to be having too many issues with doing this. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Okay, I actually do need to mine some of these things, because I need the HP. And we should probably go over here. Okay, where are the other cocoons? I can't actually see them on the map. Ah, there's one over here. And they're all going to have an elite enemy inside, so obviously that's something to be very careful of, because you really don't want to break them too early. You don't want to get all of them on you at the same time, do you? But yeah, we're actually doing some really, really nice damage against this guy, at least. And we're forcing him into this situation once again. He's also mining through this, by the way. He has the ability to mine through some stone here, so that's actually really, really cool. Okay, we're going to go for increased damage instead of critical hit damage. I think just flat damage is much, much better in that case. And we need to find one more cocoon. Where is it? That's the question. Where is it? I do not know. We are going to have to find it. Now I feel bad because I'm like, okay, I don't think there's any time limit, but I'm going to assume that we are kind of in spot of bother. I feel like we kind of need to hurry a little bit. Because that big thing over there is probably going to be the big boss, right? Yeah, I assume that that is going to be the big boss. So I'm just going to go over to the red sugar here just to get this. There we go, there we go. Thank you. Alright, so we should be fine here. Let's just try to make our way through here. I am doing a lot of damage, enough damage for me to actually be able to push these guys back, surprisingly enough. And I think the cocoon is probably going to be up this way. Okay, fire rate. Wow, okay. Yeah, I can't find it. I guess it's going to be up north somewhere. I can only assume that that is going to be the case. Yeah, I still can't find it. Okay, we are in trouble here. We are definitely in trouble. Okay, wait a minute. It's going to be around here somewhere. I have a feeling. I'm going back the same way I came. I guess I'll go this way. Just mine this. There it is. Okay. Whew. Made it. Okay, they were really sneaky. They were really sneaky to put it right there. Okay, so yeah, we've obviously broken the cocoon, and now we have to deal with the dreadnought, whatever that is. I have no idea what that is, so I assume it's just the big boss, right? It is just the big boss. So that's going to be a huge problem. I'm going to have to run around in circles a little bit here, because I need to eliminate this elite. And I'm very much hoping that the dreadnought will not come and attempt to kill me. I can only hope that to be the case, at least. We're going to level up a huge amount here, so I need to make this count. Let's go for increased damage for our kinetic weapons. Massive damage here. Yes, once again, 15% additional damage. There's the dreadnought. Okay, this is real bad. Do I have any kind of dash? I don't think I have any dash abilities or anything like that, so this is going to be really harsh. Okay, it's going to charge at me. Okay, thankfully I was able to avoid it. Wow, this thing is insanely fast. I don't have any ability to mine. I cannot mine. I have to literally run. That is the only thing I can do. Okay, so far so good though. I can mine through here. Oh no, I can't. Okay, that was... Never mind. Okay, I took some damage, but we got some red sugar. It's actually running around, so that means it can't mine? Is that true? It can't mine through the stone and things? But I can literally just avoid it like so. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about it. It is dying. It's just a matter of time. As soon as it stops to charge, that is when we have the ability to do the most damage to it. And there we go. We got it. Okay, so fire rate. I should have gone for the reload speed actually, but there we go. Okay, so I can get to the drop pod. Let's not die now, shall we? Let's not dry now. I was about to say no, but let's not die now. Thank you. And there we go. I made it through to the drop pod, and we actually defeated the massive boss. Can you believe it? Wow. I certainly can't. I really cannot. Okay, there we go. We did it. Hazard level 1 complete, and look at this. We got so many upgrades or unlocks. And yeah, we did the whole thing. Look at that. We did the whole thing. Really cool. And now this means that, yeah, as you can see, we now have secondary objectives unlocked. Now even more work per hour worked. Yeah, it's very good. And we also have overclocks unlocked, so we get the ability to now get additional things for our weapons. We have this, which is a new weapon unlocked in general. We have this, which is a new artifact. And we also have a new class mod unlocked, which, well, I don't even know what that does. I guess it just changes how the class works in some way or another. Anyway, increase my life regeneration. I'm going to go for that 100%. And increase my chances to get a critical hit. Increase XP gain. Yeah, XP gain. Give me more of that. Thank you very much. Increases the amount of credits I earn. Movement speed's going to be really useful. Increase my damage as well. And my chance to get a critical hit. That all sounds great. And what is the class mod? Oh, you can literally go to hazard level 2 now as well. Upgrade M1000 Classic to level 12. Okay, I have no idea what that was, but yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to complete all of the objectives, but that's absolutely fine because we now have the ability to go into Hazard 2. What is the mod, though? Ah, there it is. There's the mod. So basically what you do is you can choose between the different changes. So basically you can choose between a weapon or you can choose between this, and it gives you different statistics. So for example, this particular thing gives us access to light weapons, gives us 25% dodge chance, and when dodging enemy damage you gain 35% move speed and 35% reload speed for 5 seconds. This is, in my opinion, insane, and in my opinion probably one of the most powerful things I've seen so far, because reload speed, as I said before, is extremely powerful. Anyway, if you would like to check out Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, if I can speak, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.